but specifically, I want to talk about Tony White. We have talked about consistently, we're not sure how long Tony White's going to be here before he goes and gets his own head coaching job. Do you think that might be a factor in some of these defensive recruits coming in, that even though I get along with Tony White really well, we know he's a great coordinator, I'm not positive how long he's going to be there, and I'm not willing to, play for somebody else. Could that be a factor on some of these decisions?
Some of them, but I mean, as far as the guys that are committed and the guys that are really left out there for you, I don't think it's that much of a factor. Like if you were to rank the important relationships in Christian Jones's recruitment, it would go Rob Dvorak, Matt Rhule. I may even put Corey Campbell over Tony White, to be all completely honest. I think Nebraska fully understands what's probably going to happen with Tony White after the season. And I think they're approaching recruiting that way because outside of a handful of guys, when I talk to recruits, Tony White's not the first name they mentioned. They mentioned a position coach. They mentioned Keith Williams. They mentioned another off-field assistant. And then there's Tony White. Like he's involved, no doubt, especially out in California. There's a reason Brandon Arrington keeps come back to campus and has Nebraska so high. There's a reason some of these California guys are so high in Nebraska. But I think Nebraska's positioning themselves in a way where, and Rhule's used to this. He's used to losing coaches, so he's kind of positioning themselves where, regardless of what happens, it's not really going to affect them on the recruiting side of things. And I've had recruits that are committed, like on the defensive side of the ball, just straight up be like, we kind of understand that Tony White might not be there at the end of the season, but as long as Coach Rhule and Coach Dvorak, as long as Coach Rhule and Coach Knighton are there, I'm there.